After the huge 3-2 win away at Parkhead this weekend, Rangers fans couldn't be happier with the week they've just had. Despite things not going to plan domestically as a whole, Rangers do seem to be getting stronger as each game passes, and the team is starting to show more unity. In today's video, we have some huge 49ers takeover news which has gone under the radar amid the celebrations. We will reveal this in today's video, whilst also going over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Athletic Bilbao are so confident of reaching the Europa League final. In their own stadium, they are issuing vouchers for their fans to get tickets for it when they play Rangers next month. Rangers faced the La Liga cracks in the quarter-final of the competition after Barry Ferguson's side eliminated Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce. The final of the Europa League was awarded to Athletic Bilbao's 52,061 capacity San Mamés ground because the renovated stadium missed out on hosting Euro 2020 matches after originally being named, due to rescheduling to Seville because of high COVID rates in the Basque region at the time. And Athletic Bilbao have already offered incentives to their season ticket holders and members to buy a ticket for the home leg against Rangers, because they will get priority for the final if they get there. They have started to sell tickets from just £15 for the second leg game and stated, a member's attendance at the quarter-final match increases their chances of winning a ticket in a draw for the Europa League final to be played this season at San Mamés. All members will be able to participate in this draw, but each member will have as many entries as they have attended Europa League matches at San Mamés, plus an additional entry for being a member. Rangers are expected to receive around 2,650 tickets for their fans. Now, in some huge Rangers and 49ers news, Rangers Football Club has recently been engulfed in intense takeover speculation as reports of a significant change in ownership continue to surface. The 49ers enterprises, backed by the same US-based group involved with Leeds United, appears to be closing in on a deal that could reshape the future of the Ibrox club. The group, which includes prominent figures like Leeds United chairman Padraig Morath and health insurance magnate Andrew Kavanagh, is aiming for a majority takeover by acquiring at least 51% of the club's shares, thus gaining control of the boardroom. We at RFC News reported on March 12th, all parties involved have received the initial tranche of legal documentation required to push the deal through, signalling that negotiations are progressing at a steady pace. Finance expert Stefan Borson has also weighed in, suggesting that the prospective new owners are aiming to finalise the takeover before the end of the current season, with a particular focus on securing a foundation for summer transfer business. This move would be crucial for Rangers, who have experienced a remarkable week on the pitch. The club recently triumphed over Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce in a dramatic penalty shootout to advance to the quarter-finals of the Europa League, followed by an exhilarating 3-2 victory over arch-rival Celtic in the Scottish Premiership. However, despite their recent successes, Rangers remain 13 points adrift of Celtic in the league standings, having endured a turbulent domestic campaign overall. The takeover could provide the much-needed boost to reinvigorate their squad and financial structure as they aim to challenge for titles next season. Stefan Borson also confirmed that the due diligence process is ongoing, with a clear timetable in place to ensure the takeover is completed before the summer. Speaking to the media, Borson said, "It's not like it isn't happening. If it wasn't, someone would have to say something. Everybody seems to be aware that it's happening. They're trying to get the whole thing wrapped up close to the end of the season, so the new owners can be in place for some transfer business." Rangers have also seen fresh investment recently, with a £5.3 million injection through a new share issue in March, following a similar transaction last month when the current owners contributed £3.6 million. The club's largest shareholder, former chairman Dave King, holds 13% of the shares, with a variety of other stakeholders also holding minority stakes. As the takeover looms closer, fans and analysts alike will be keen to see what changes the new ownership could bring, particularly in terms of squad building and financial sustainability. Rangers' impressive recent form in Europe adds an extra layer of excitement to the proceedings, with the potential for this takeover to mark the dawn of a new era at Ibrox. In other news, Simon Jordan has issued a brutal reminder to Barry Ferguson that he has not achieved anything at Rangers that Philippe Clement didn't manage. Following Sunday's 3-2 victory over Celtic, the former Crystal Palace owner spoke alongside Jim White on the airwaves this morning as they analysed the derby. Jordan has maintained his opinion that Ferguson must not be viewed as anything more than a temporary stopgap until a longer-term appointment is made by Rangers' incoming American owners. "I would like to keep a calm head and look at it objectively," Jordan said on TalkSport. "I would like to look at the fact under Clement they drew with Spurs in the Europa League, which was a difficult game, then went on and beat Celtic 3-0. I then look at what Ferguson has done. He comes in and they get beaten by Motherwell. They go on and get a decent result against Fenerbahce. If they beat Dundee, following up from a great result against Celtic, which is a better result than they got under Clement because his win was at Ibrox. But I think it's got to be distilled and thought about very carefully. This is not a short-term bump you are looking at, this is a long-term appointment. You made an appointment that didn't seem to have a great day of football management thinking because his football management credentials are not high. His win record at the clubs he's managed has been low. There's no indication that he could manage Rangers. The dynamic was of him being a Rangers man and feeling that the fans were disillusioned, demoralised, and slightly disenfranchised. Now you've got them back, but the results are the same. If they go and beat Dundee, then that will be great because after they beat Celtic last time, they didn't get a result following that in what you'd think would be something they could build upon. They've done nothing more than Clement did. Clement did well in Europe. It got to the point that Europe was saving his bacon. Then they beat Celtic. The issue is they are still massively behind Celtic in the league. I think it's a fortunate thing that the guys involved in the 49ers are not coming in to take control until May, because that enables them to have objectivity rather than getting sucked along with the euphoria of a few wins that an individual hero who, once upon a time, was a great player for Rangers creates. You need the Bill Foley approach. He put Gary O'Neill out when most people would never have thought that was the case. Don't get sucked into this. You've got to look at Barry Ferguson over the duration of time that he manages this club. Not because of the Fenerbahce result, not because they've done Celtic. You've got to look at it and ask if he can spend my money well and get my team closer to where I need them to be. Not because the fans want him to, not because there's a groundswell of populism about his appointment, but because he's got the chops to do it in the long term. This is not a short-term bump they need. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so make sure you join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.